I'm a Christian model and I did an audition for Samsung. They asked me to do an influencer role. We want you to act like an influencer. And do you know what I said? In my head, I'm a Christian. The only influencer that I know is influencing other people to come to Christ. Matthew 28:19. So what did I say? I said, yeah, sure, I'll do a self-tape. And what did I do? They said, okay, do a what's in your bag. Like, what's in my bag? You know, like my lip gloss and my... You know what I did? I pull out my handy dandy Bible. And so as I said that, I then continued to bring out other things in my bag, like for example a hair tie, hairbrush, an oil, whatever, I don't know, whatever, I can't remember now. However, the one thing that I know deep down that God is calling me to do in a creative industry space is to speak about Christ. No matter what you do, because the people who are watching potentially could have been the wrong religion, you know, an atheist who didn't know Jesus as Lord and Saviour, but I spread just a few sentences of a mustard seed size of faith. So how much more in your workplace? Now it may not be a what's in my bag. It may just genuinely be seeing someone who's down and sad and being like, oh hey, like, do you want a prayer or anything? They go like, prayer, what do you mean? You go, oh, because like, you know, like Jesus came and saved me and he did so many things for me. He's healed me and that opens the door for them to go like, oh, okay, well, I mean, yeah, I'm down. If they say no, they say no. Okay, you did what you needed to do. That's still the mustard seed size of faith. They might go back to their bed and go, oh, maybe I should pray. You don't know what you've done for people, okay? And I want to say the same thing happened. I told a testimony, and the testimony stated how it hadn't rained in a certain country in a year. I was in that country on holiday visiting it, and I heard this, and I was like, what do you mean? And I literally praised full rain. I praised God. I was like, God, it's going to rain. I know it is. And I was there and it rained after 1 year because of the praise. And so I stated that testimony in another self-tape that I did. The self-tape was literally like, audition, if you don't know what self-tape is, was just stating like, something good that's happened in your life or something bad that's happened in your life. And I was just like, okay, obviously we just talk about the positives. So I was like, yeah, let's go for that testimony. Guess who got the role? I was speaking about that story. And honestly, I got a message back, and guess what? I was watching myself on that TV in a commercial just a few months later. And also, when I actually got to that set, there was a man who was opening his heart to God after I told him this testimony of how I even got this role. He was like, what? And he was Hindu, and he was actually then like, well, do you know what? Actually, yeah, I feel like I have encountered, like, your God, like, just God. And I was like, real me and Jesus. You see, it's not just at the audition, it's also at the workplace too. Your creator is the one that's going to push you out. And if he can see that you are obedient to his word, obedient to loving him, obedient to you showing him off anywhere, no matter if it's who cares for the ooh. That's the enemy doing the ooh. He's making you nervous. You don't have a spirit of fear, 2 Timothy 1:7, but power, love, and a sound mind. So you go out there no matter where you are, creative industry or not, and you better speak. Even if you're in, you know, a friendship group, a family household where people do not believe, spread your fruit of the Spirit. Be different. Behave differently. Act like the Christian you know you should be. What does that mean? Act like Jesus. Where people try to come up against you, act like Jesus. Where there's gossiping, no, act like Jesus. Where people want to go to the club, no, stay at home, act like Jesus. Get around good Christian people, good Christian friends. People who are going to lead you into light and not into darkness. I could preach, and I will, on this channel, so follow me for so much more, because I've got so many testimonies in the creative industry, especially any creative industry girlies and boys who literally are in that space and don't know what to do as a Christian. Hey, I'm your girl. Follow me, and I promise you there's going to be so many more videos on these sorts of things, okay? But the point is that God is the one who's going to give you the jobs. So why do you think not talking about God, when you love him, when you really want to talk about him, but your flesh is like, don't, when the devil's like, don't, he's the one that's going to give it to you. So why not show him your obedience? There's blessings in the obedience, okay? God bless you guys, and stay true to who you are as a Christian, no matter who, what, where, and when, okay? God bless you guys. Bye!